Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, rough night in the city, man. I'm telling you. Bobby, good morning. You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to see you. And all that's in chat, nice to see you. Hard night sleeping last night. Bunch of gunshots going off. Well, I thought they were gunshots. They were just my joints popping and aching. It was been raining all night, so I did the uh, well, I didn't get much sleep. Let's put it that way. Every joint in my body's killing me. Good morning, Livin. You're looking lovely as ever. I had a YouTuber come by to see you. Who's that? I had a few people in last night that were new. Oh, oh, I've been awake all night, so bear with me, please. Good morning, Junkyard. It was funny. Jackie's here, granddaughter, the fur baby. So 4:45, I'm in the kitchen, and she decided she's coming out. So she was laying in the bed on the foot of the bed. So she comes out. She looks at me. I said, "You gotta go potty." Her ears perk up. I put the leash on her, open up the door, and she about does an about face because it's raining out there. I said, "No, it's too late now. You can't change your mind." So I took her outside, and she wasn't out there very long. She did her duty and decided she was coming back in to get in that warm bed again. So who'd you send over there, Bobby? Good morning, JC. Looking lovely as ever. Brad, Bobby, Junkyard, Living. Who else? I think that's everybody. Molly, you're all looking lovely as ever. Oh, you will tell me later. Okay. Oh. See, it's a good thing I didn't say Ron Neitzel, because he'd have known I was lying. Ron, you're looking average. Below average. Good morning, Mama Linda. I know, Ron, we all can't be handsome fellers. And we need to start a GoFundMe account for Molly to get her some glasses. 70 degrees all night. Well, that's pretty cool. Meanwhile, Mama Linda got 5.5 inches of snow last night. No, that's pretty cool. We'd have got 30 inches of snow if we'd have gotten if the rain would have been off snow. So, uh, Unearthing, how are you doing this morning? You're looking lovely as ever. I have no idea what we're going to talk about today. Mm. You're doing good at work. Well, I'm glad you're doing good at work. Since you ain't got no snow to plow there, Ron, you could come up my way and you know um, work on my garden for me and get it ready for spring. Hazy Days, good morning, man. How are you doing? It's been a long time since I seen you, brother. Good to see you. Doing okay. I see Ian every once in a while, and you Dizzy every once in a while. You guys got to check out Hazy Days. That guy can make a hell of a cigar guitar. Oh, and he's not bad on the eyes either, according to Mama Renda. Well, I don't know, because you know, not my type. Yes, I had a nice Christmas. Hope you had a nice Christmas too. Had all the family here, then had a Christmas party Saturday night. Had all the family here. Between the two nights, we had 56 people here. So, I don't know how many people are coming for New Year's Eve, but I actually should do a New Year's Eve live stream and just leave the laptop running in the living room, and while we're all partying or whatever, you won't be able to miss me. I'll be the guy on the couch asleep at 11:30. You do, yeah. Team Hazy Days. Yeah. Now I couldn't sleep this morning, so at 4:30 when I finally just decided to get out of bed, I got up and made a big old bowl of turkey salad, like chicken salad with turkey salad. I put some grapes in it. I didn't do anything else, just grapes and mayonnaise and turkey. Um, I was going to put some onions in it, and I got a whole crap ton of walnuts out in the freezer. I was going to bring some in and chop them up, but I didn't do that either. But I should have, but I didn't. Then again, I'm probably going to be the only one that eats it. So salt and peppered it and made some, put some mayonnaise in it and some grapes and cut them all up. And I had a sandwich this morning for breakfast, so it was pretty good. I guess Mama's cooking dinner tonight. She said we're having homemade macaroni and cheese. She's a cooking. No, I can sit back and eat a good meal tonight then. Now, here's a thought, Mama Brenda. I know how you like to go shopping all the time, but you don't. You say you don't have enough money, okay? Sometimes, money's tight. So here's a thought: go to the shed. All right, there. Well, it's nice to see you there, Ozark. Uh, you're looking lovely as ever. All right, there, Hazy Days. You had yourself a great day. But Mama Brenda, um, go out to the shed and grab yourself a couple of snow shovels because you got two hands, and start walking down the road and go to house to house to house and start shoveling sidewalks and driveways. Make a few extra bucks. Knock on the door, say, "Hi, my name's Brenda. Can I shovel your driveway? I'm jonesing for a shopping trip." You just got to be a thinker. You just got to be a thinker in this business. Hey, when I wanted to do something when I was a kid and it was snowing out, don't you think we didn't go out and shovel snow? Because we did, man. And lots and lots and lots of it. Basically, it depends. It depended on how big the driveway was and how old, we were just kids. If we figured it took us an hour to do the driveway, it'd be $5. There was two of us, me and my brother, so it's $2.50 a piece. Minimum wage back then was $2.62 an hour. So, actually we did better than minimum wage because we didn't take taxes out. So, and it's warm. I know it's cold out there, but you'll be warmed up by the time you get done shoveling all them driveways. And just think of all the money you'll have to spend in that warm store. See? So, but that's the way we figured it. If it'd take an hour, we'd do $5. If it took a half an hour, it was only $3. So, yeah, Tim. No, no, no. Don't worry about shoveling out that rusty Chevy. It ain't going nowhere, anyways. There you go. You and Michael and Emmy all can go out and shovel. It'd be a tag team, tri team, a triple threat match. You know, you go out there and you all shovel your little hearts out. That way you can buy some biscuits for Seamus. Poor Douglas, I just seen him this morning. Looked like he was starving to death. And just Michael. Oh, that's right. Emmy shouldn't be shoveling in her condition. What do you mean her condition? Saturday night, my niece was at here, and they just like her and her boyfriend got engaged. Okay, a couple of months ago. So uh, they were standing there, and she said, "Get everybody in here. I got an announcement." Now that's not nice. I have an announcement. So my son and my daughter-in-law were sitting there, No need for shovels there yet, Gene. We need snow plows or front end loaders. Um, anyways, so they're sitting there, and I said, "Hey, she's pregnant, and she's having a girl." And my daughter-in-law and son look at me and said, "No, they're going to announce her getting married." I said, "No, she's pregnant, and she's going to have a girl." Well, you don't have nothing on the ground? Well, maybe just mean old Winter hates Mama Rinda. That could be it. It's probably just snowing on Mama Rinda's property. Old man Winter's trying to freeze her out. So, all right, there, Brad. Well, anyways, about 5 minutes later, everybody's finally in the living room, uh, and she says, "I just wanted to make an announcement." She said some rhyme or riddle or something, and it ended up being that she was pregnant. I said, "See, I told you." And I looked right at her and I said, "Ashley." She said, "Yeah, Uncle Keith." She said, "You're having a girl." "Really?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Don't go painting the nursery yet, but I'm pretty sure you're having a girl." She's getting the lake effect snow. You guys don't realize Gene Chambers is on the other side of her fence with an ice machine or snow machine, just pouring the coals to it to snow in Mama Rinda. The only place that's got snow is her place. Did you watch the very Brady holiday special where they snowed them all in? Or, brought in the ice machines to make snow? Gene's over there doing it right now. Well, congratulations on no snow there, Gene. It's just the first time you haven't had a white Christmas there in Maine? I got to go to one of the grocery stores here and get some boxes. Um, I have got an astronomical amount of Christmas decorations now. Um, I got so many that I didn't even put up a third or probably half of them. Um, I bought a bunch in the last week or so for a buck and a half, 75 cents, 50 cents, and so I want to put them all in boxes and get everything packed away so I can put them out next year. Like right, can change in 5 minutes. You're folding laundry. Well, you know what? If you was working at the hotel, you could be getting paid for that folding laundry. That's right. 5 inches won't even cover them 8-inch concrete blocks. Carolyn, good morning. You're looking lovely as ever. She very well could be. Nah, Emmy's not pregnant yet. We're waiting for the spring thaw for that one. It's it's not, I know it's not your fault. Yeah. I think with any luck at all, I might get a haircut this week. She's got to go back to work Wednesday night, so Hopefully, I can get one before then. I don't know how hard it is. All you got to do is put the number 4 on the thing and just go. They did it to me in like a minute and 36 seconds in the army. I don't know how hard it is here. And it was a snazzy haircut too. It cost me $3.22. Good morning, Christy. You're looking lovely as ever. So I don't even know what time it was when she finally went to bed last night. I went in there and laid down, was watching TV. I fell asleep. Next thing I know, I hear a bunch of noise, people talking and everything else. And I turn around and look at her, and she's in bed laying there with Facebook on, watching some video. And I said, "Really? Really?" You know, no. Well, I was just watching a video. I was just sleeping. I don't know. Is it normal to be thinking all night long? I'm asking a serious question because there's some nights I don't sleep because that's all my brain does is keep thinking. If I could put that much brain power into good use, I could solve, you know, the world crises. Huh? Yeah. What did you do, Tim? Did you say, "Okay, kids, quit, knock it off"? Your mom's gonna you. I couldn't help it. I'm just kidding, Tim. Oh, yeah, it's a fun way to spend your day at the Walmart parking lot. It's even funner when you go inside and they start taking off their coats and throwing it in the shopping carts. You get to see how they really dress. uh, oh, God. Hopefully, you weren't related. At least you're getting a bath. That's funny. Oh, that is hilarious. I have to powder my nose real quick. I'm sorry. My nose is running like hell. What the heck is that? Oh, this is my cup of coffee. Oh. I keep forgetting I shut the sound off because I don't want you guys hearing me powder my nose. I do have respect for you. Probably a lot more respect for you guys than most other channels have. Hmm. I don't know. Between the rain and the arthritis and the cold that I'm getting, it's not fair. I said not snot. It's not fair. Oh. Oh. Did you take your dogs out to water the wheels at their junkyard? Because if you haven't, I got one here that you can take out if you'd like. Susan Lee, good morning. How are you doing this morning? You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. Hippie chick, good morning. You're looking lovely as ever also. Vampira, good morning. How's it going for you too? You're also looking lovely as ever. Good to see you. I'm starting to catch probably a cold. I got a runny nose. Um, Starting to get the sniffles. But dear old Uncle Arthritis is rearing its ugly head. It's been raining. Rained most of the day yesterday. Stopped for a few hours and then started up again. So, so y'all know what the. I'm glad it's going good. Y'all know what arthritis does in wet weather, right? So, damp weather. All right, there, Brad. Finally finished off that breakfast or biscuit breakfast bake the other day, yesterday. So I don't either. I think Mother Nature's off her meds. Some garlic and vitamin C. I'm gonna have to do that. I got vitamin C uh, chewables out there. I got a bunch of cloves of garlic I can just start munching on. Yeah, don't you love it when Uncle Arthur he just rears his ugly head? Yeah, she's been off for years. You're right. Oh, oh. New Jersey nasty boy. Good morning. How are you this morning? I know Jim Beams is a good Jim Beams, Kessler, Yukon Jack, Jack Daniels, Wild Turkey. They're all warmer uppers in the morning. Yeah, that's right. Apple Day keeps the doctor away. Garlic keeps everybody away. Yeah, especially Count Dracula. We're having some people here. I don't know how many and who's all showing up, but I might do a live stream and just leave it on the desk or on the computer table in the living room and just let the um, live stream run while we're out partying. I guess I don't know. Yeah, Jose is friendly too, but the only thing with Jose, once Jose joins the party, everybody else gets kicked out. They're just him and seven of his friends. And they leave the worm in the back of the pickup. Yeah, you will be watching. Well, if I have one running, I'm gonna have it. I'll just let it run. So, yeah, Jose, that's right. And yeah, make your clothes fall off. You're right. They do. They do. I got some authentic tequila from Mexico out there. I got a whole big cabinet full of liquor. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Or if I have no idea how many people are coming. So my idea of celebrating the New Year's is sitting in my chair, watching the ball drop through my eyelids that are closed. But, oh no. Everybody wants to be party poopers. Make sure you stay awake. So, well, there's been lots of times I never made it to midnight on New Year's Eve. So, that's right, preventive maintenance. Well, thanks, Lori. You're a cutie too and love you too. Thank you so much for stopping. All right, there, Vampiro, you have yourself a good morning. Hopefully, the doctor has some good news for you. They have a possum job? That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, I probably will be watching through my eyelids. I got to get me a nap in first before New Year's Day, or I'll never make it. So, you're welcome. A live possum in a cage ball? Well, that is just Peter know that. This is now your favorite channel? Well, thank you. I'm going to have to powder again. Just a second. No. That's right. People eating tater. You love that powder in my nose? That's your favorite? There you go. Well, I'm trying to be respectful. Yep, people eating tasty animals. I showed you guys my roller, right? I was thinking about that today. Um, I'm thinking about making lasagna rolls with it. I bet you can make lasagna rolls with it too. Get the noodle mostly cooked al dente. You don't want it so cooked that it breaks apart, but al dente. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. When I do it, I'm gonna try it. You love noodles? Yeah. Um, Anyways, I'm gonna try the lasagna noodles in that. You're going for 3 months, Bobby? Well, this today is 7 weeks, so next um, Monday, or this coming up Monday, will be 8 weeks. So that's 2 months. Yeah, light up a whole world. There you go. Yeah, you can do spring rolls or anything like that. So I like it. I asked for this for Christmas. So uh, you can make grape wraps, cabbage rolls, or anything like that. I'm gonna try it with lasagna noodles and make lasagna rolls. Um, I bet it'd be damn good. I'll try at least. I'll cook a couple packages of lasagna noodles. I got like 26 packages of lasagna noodles downstairs in the pantry in a toter, so I'll try that. That's right. That's a fatty roller, Gene. You stuffer. Roll you fatty. Welcome back, Brad. Anyways, I got two of them. Um, Facebook had them for 1995 or something like that, and I don't know. They got them off on Amazon, but it was a good deal. And they ordered enough off on Amazon, they got free shipping, so it didn't cost them anything to ship it. So I got two of them. I can roll two noodles at a time. Buy one, get one. That's right. You got one of them too, hippie chick? I can. Oh, that's good. I've never, I've never had wrapped grape leaves. I'm not Armenian, so but uh, I would think making cabbage rolls because I do love cabbage rolls. I'm not Italian, but I do love cabbage rolls. I think you could do it with lasagna noodles. I know you can take square ham, lunch meat ham, put a slice in there, and put your filling in there, your cream cheese and chopped onions or whatever, and make ham roll ups. I got a video on making ham roll ups, but I think this would be a lot easier if I can get it to work right. And instead of taking all day to make 30 or 40 of them, you could take 10, 15 minutes and make 100 of them. So, an old box of noodles from 1980, you did. Were they any good? I don't think so. Unless they're in a plastic bag that's never been unsealed. 2020 is hindsight. There you go. Now, when I was a kid, um, that's right. It is much funnier. Good morning, there, living history. When I was a kid, back in the 70s, we actually it was before that. I was like 68 or 69. I think I was 5 or 6 years old, maybe 7 or 8, somewhere around there. Anywhere between 68 and 74. Um, my grandpa bought an auction lot, and it had cases of crackers. And these cases of crackers come in cans, square cans, and there were 5 gallon cans. So they were from the Korean War. And I don't know what he gave for them. He get like a couple bucks or whatever for the whole damn thing. But I brought them over, and my mom opened them up and tried them, and they were good. There was nothing wrong with them. We used 5 gallon cans. There was 8 of us, 10 kids. With mom and dad, there was 10. So 5 gallon can of crackers would go through about 3 or 4 meals with chili or soup, and you were gone. So. But once you opened up the can, you put them in a Tupperware dish and put a lid on. Put the lid on it. And we had those for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. There must have been about 15 cans. Stale as hell. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, junkyard. Was it chocolate? 'Cause I can understand chocolate going stale, but I wouldn't think, like hard candy or suckers or something like that would go stale. So, the chocolate will go bad, but I don't think, like I said, peppermint candy sticks or suckers or butterscotch candy, hard candies, I don't think would go bad. So, or you could just start making hardtack. It was hard candy, huh? Were they good? I bet they were. Hard, yeah. You like hardtack, do you? Some people do, some don't. I thought about making it. So hardtack is, it's like a cracker, but it's extremely hard. You have to soak it, whatever, put it in your soup or whatever. It's a filler, or you break it off piece by piece, put it in your mouth, and soak her down some before you can eat her. But a lot of your ships that come over in the early 16, 17, 1800s and stuff all had hardtack on them because hardtack is, it'll last forever because it's so dry and there's nothing in it that'll go stale or go bad. Yeah, you got them in the commodity run one time. Oh, the candy or the hardtack, and that's just like what's that other thing? I can't remember what they call it, but you take lean meat, dehydrate it, and you add berries and some lard or whatever to it. I can't remember what they call it, but um, that'll last for years too. So you soak her down. All right, you wrote that down. Big square 5 gallon cans, yeah. Yeah, Permican, yeah, yep. I couldn't Pemmican. I couldn't remember the name of it. Yeah, I've been wanting to make that too. I do. Um, what was it? A couple of years ago, well, about 5 years ago, I guess it was. I dehydrated a hamburger, and that will last forever too. You take your hamburger, you fry it all up. You don't salt or pepper it or anything like that, but you fry it all up. Drain the grease out of it really good. I mean, really good. And then take her over to the sink and pour hot water over it. As hot as as hot as water as you can get. If you have to use boiling water or whatever, but you rinse it with hot water for a few minutes. Every last bit of that hamburger you rinse with a hot water. And basically what you're doing is you're rinsing all the grease off it. All the oil and grease that's in that you want to rinse out. You get it all rinsed out and get it clean or grease free. After you get it grease free, salt and pepper it, stir it all up, salt and pepper it to taste so you've got the taste that you want. Or you can put Italian seasoning or anything like that you want, as long as it doesn't have any oil products in it. Put it on your dehydrator, dehydrate it, and then store it in a mylar bag, and it'll be good for years. All you got to do is when you need it, you open up the bag, pour it in a pan, add some hot water, let it rehydrate, and you can add it to anything: spaghetti, goulash, sloppy Joe, whatever you want. You did. That's good. Whenever you can trade for something that you didn't have to pay for. You can pressure can hamburger patties. Um, Instant Big Mac, just add water. Well, the reason why when I'm talking, what I did is it's called hamburger rocks. Okay, so it's all scrambled up hamburger. You don't want to dehydrate hamburger patties, but you can dehydrate, ground hamburger, scrambled up. By the way, you're looking lovely as ever, Jerry. Yeah, it was there, living history. No, but anyways, Bear Prepper from Bear County, Texas. Go ahead and watch her videos. She'll show you how to. You can hamburger patties or sausage patties, and you can can them cooked. You put them in there cooked, and then you add beef broth for the hamburger patties. Um, I don't know if you're uh, doing sausage or whatever, ground pork. Um, if you got any pork broth, if you're doing a pork loin or something like that, you make some pork broth, you save that, then you could can the pork broth along with the pork sauce or the pork patties and ground pork. But you make them, then you put them in a wide mouth jar, and you put them in there. You stack one on top of another. Most generally, they'll put one in and then put a piece of that wax paper or whatever the hell that is in between them, and then they'll fill it up with broth and can it. Oh yeah, Jerry, it sure is. The ancient Chinese hacker. Yeah, just add Thousand Island. There you go. But anyways, that Vera Prepper, she did meatloaf in a jar, and somebody said you can't can ground meat like that. It has to be either cooked or scrambled. And she canned meatloaf, and it turned out pretty damn good, I guess. And forget the fries. You're right. You can can hot dogs. Um, I know people that's done that. You just you put a water in there with your hot dogs and can them because your hot dogs are already cooked, so they're not going to make much juice. So you add broth to them. So when they're done, they're sitting in liquid. You love pressure canning sausage? Yeah, I got cans of canned ground pork downstairs in the pantry. That's what she said. That's right. Put the hot dog in liquid. But I actually want to can bratwurst. So I had a bunch of bratwurst here. Uh, I had, I don't know, like 9 or 10 packages, and I was going to can it. And then one day the little missus was in the freezer. She seen all that, and I'll be damned if it was gone. So, there you go. It's hard to do anything in my oven because the lowest temperature setting on mine's 175. You'd have to leave the door open partially, and you know, when you leave the door open, that means the thing's going to constantly be on. So, but I have a bunch of one, two, three. I have four dehydrators. So I got a commercial dehydrator, and I got three of the other ones. So, and I don't know, but I am definitely thinking about canning some bananas because Ollie's has got them for 18 cents a pound, and I realize bananas is cheap. But if you can can banana pudding, which I got to see if there's any way to can banana pudding, I can buy a crap ton load of bananas and do a whole bunch of pudding. And I'll bet it does make some good jerky. Pudding? That's right. Oh, I got that commercial dehydrator out there. I've got some videos of that. That thing is 20 trays. It's on wheels. So, Putin. Yeah. Now you're starting to sound like Nasty Pelosi. Putin? Yeah. And then I got the other ones that I got one that's a 10 tray. Trying to remember the name of it. I don't know. I can't remember the name. I can't. Nesco, I think. And then I got the other ones are regular 5 trays. Now the other day when I did all the apples for the apple crisp, I saved all the peels. I put them in a container with water in them, and I was going to dehydrate the peelings. Um, so you got to drive. Well, take Emmy to work. How come Michael can't drive her to work? So, anyways, I was gonna dehydrate the apple peels, and I've done it before. Um, what I did before is I took the apple peels and put them in a pan with water, cinnamon, and sugar. And actually, what I did is I took the water, cinnamon, and sugar and boiled it. Got it hot, got it boiled. Put the peels in there and stirred them around, and then took it off the heat and let it set. Then I pulled them out after they'd been in there for about an hour. Basically, what I was trying to do was get all the flavor infused in what little meat was left on the apple peels, flesh that was on the apple peel. And then I dehydrated them, and they turned out really good. Well, that's okay. He can take yours. You could always call Uber. That's right. Give them some skis, tell them to go for it. That's right. They only live like 15 minutes away, or work 15 minutes away. But anyways, those turned out good. I did. I did orange peels too. I took oranges and I dehydrated oranges, and then I took the peels. I peeled the white flesh off in the peels. Sugar, water, and some honey in a pan. Got it cooking. Threw the peels in there. I let it cook for like 5 minutes. Took it off the heat and let them sit in there for about an hour. And then I pull them out and dehydrate them. Those turned out really good too. Candied orange peels. Good morning, Big Steve. Well, it'll give them, um, how can I put it? Experience. They'll experience walking to work in the winter storm a few times, and then they'll experience what it's like to buy a car so they can drive back and forth to work. Ta-da! No. No. Oh, that's right. He's old enough to get a cab. There you go. Taxi. Yeah. Now, I have to drive my son and his wife around. So does my wife, but only because he's got, when he was younger, he got 2 DUIs, and he's done all his uh, meetings and stuff like that, and he's paid all his fines, but he hasn't gotten his license yet. And then he went to go get his license, and the Secretary of State said, "Oh no, you have to go back and go through your meetings again, which you got to pay like $500 to go to this Alcoholic Anonymous thing, and then you got to go to meetings again." He said, "I've already done all that." Well, because he didn't come and get his license after he'd done all that, they want to have a refresher, and they won't give him his license until he does it again. And his wife, she has epileptic seizures or something like that, so she can't drive. So, yeah, right, old enough for crabs, old enough for cabs. So, are you getting better, Steve? I got a powder again. Idaho Hillbilly. My name is Hillbilly, and I'm a junkaholic. Hmm. No. I know how he feels. I ain't even hillbilly. I'm a junkaholic. So it is. It is, Steve. Kevin, I guess it really is. But then again, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Oh, damn. The, oh, that's right. Me too, there, Gene. There ain't nothing wrong with finding something that somebody threw out as long as it's good. Like the other day, I needed a screw in plug that fits in your light socket for the lights outside for the Christmas lights. And I know I have a bunch of them. I started looking around, and I had two, so I took them out there. But one was for a standard plug. It's an old one. It doesn't, how your plug-ins have got the big post and then it's got the small one. Well, this one didn't have that. Wouldn't fit. It wouldn't accommodate the big plug post. So I went back to my drawer out there in the shop and or garage, and I started looking and looking, and I found a package with another one in it. And I looked and I said, "Yep, that's what I need." And the wife says, "Where'd you find that at?" I said, "In there." I said, the kids, when I die, or when something happens to me, they're all going to throw all this stuff away because they ain't going to have no idea what to do with any of it." I said, "Two wise men told me years ago, don't throw nothing away if it's good because you might need it tomorrow." And she looked at me and I said, "That was my dad and your grandpa." And she says, "You're right." Oh, I fix them with a plug too, with a file too, but it's hard for me to file anything, with my hand and wrist the way it is there, Gene. So I usually just take my snippers and cut them off. But this was a lot faster than trying to find my snippers and snip that piece off. So I was going to get my Dremel out and just go to work on it, but I didn't do that either. So, and sometimes when you start messing with those, some of them are two pieces. So when you start to cut start to grind it down or whatever, they separate, and then you're screwed again. Oh, I understand that, Kevin. When the folders are full. Oh. I did have to throw away an extension cord yesterday, though, or day before. Uh, the male end was burnt, and that's what was wrong with it. The screw-in plug actually shorted out inside the screw-in plug, and I had to take a pair of channel locks in order to get the thing out because it was actually stuck in there. It welded itself in there. I finally got it out. So that's why. And then I ended up putting a two socket up there, a Y socket. And I put two plugs, one for each side of the house. So, well, Brenda, how dare you? It's your car. Go out there and clean the car off. Let them stay in the house and get warm. She's got to work today. You expect her to go to work freezing? Some mom you are. You're supposed to back me on this, Brad. I think I hear light flight. Nobody rides for free. Seamus does. I've yet to see Seamus clean off the car. I would too. Hey, I got a heart comment from C-Stack. Well, Emmy's your baby too. Hopefully, I just put a bid on a new webcam or a different webcam and a remote, so I can sit here and I can take the joystick and I can zoom in, turn it this way, turn it that way, up, down, whatever, out, in. I bid on it. I'd like to use that. That way I can do better quality videos because I can use the laptop to do the video. And it has, I think, a 12-foot cord that goes with the camera so you can actually mount it on a tripod or something. It's still mounted to your laptop. And then that way you can, do other videos and stuff with it. That's right. The lack of booze, you got to get all of them. I got a drone camera. I just don't know how to fly it. And yeah, for letting her breathe. You don't know. You don't know how easy it would be. I brought you in. I could take you out. So there's a fee for that. Air induction fee. That's a triple fee. Did she hurt bad? Did you ever see anybody hurting good? That was an old Benny Hill saying. Are you hurting bad? You ever seen anybody hurting good? I gotta go get me a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. You guys want one? Anybody? Anybody? Yeah, she's been a pain in the ass ever since there, huh, Gene? There we go. That's right, John Cougar. Good morning, JD. Nice to have you here. You got me. Get you. Oh, have a great day, Brad. JC, welcome back. I don't know if you were gone or not, but I hadn't seen anything in you for a little bit, so you're looking lovely as ever. Indigestion. You're cleaning? Well, when you get done, I could use some help. After the party Saturday, I spent most of the day yesterday cleaning, got everything done. I did get help with the dishes though Saturday. I couldn't believe it. They actually helped do dishes. Huh. Damn. I started feeling foreheads. I didn't know if everybody was feeling okay. Because Christmas, I did dishes all by myself. I didn't want to bother them. Yeah, they were all having such a good time and everything. I had to make another pot of coffee. I thought when I was out there before um, the live stream started, I shut the coffee maker off and turned it back on to reset it because it shuts off every 2 hours. Well, I got out there and the coffee maker was off, so evidently I shut it off and didn't turn it back on. Well, well, I'm sure you you earned it. Did you feed them first, Gene? If you had Dish, all you had to do was call Dish and they'd come on it for you. I don't know how much they charge, but so what'd you do with your old TV? You put that out there in the wood shop so you have something to watch out there? Oh, okay. Roku built in. No TV died. Okay. Did you put a bow on it and give it to the son-in-law saying, "Congratulations, Merry Christmas, here's your present"? It's a good TV. There's nothing wrong with it. Take her home, put her in, plug her on. Hey, Dad, the TV don't work. Well, you must have done something to it. Ah, throw it out in the trash. That's all you gotta do, Gene. That way you get rid of your problem. You, know. He took it to use as target practice? Okay. Or you could have put it back in the same box that you took the other one out of and put it on your porch and just left it there so it could be seen from the road. And then you all go to town and leave the house alone for a couple hours. Somebody will come get it. Some concerned person thinking that somebody might steal your TV will come over and grab your TV and keep it safe for you until you get back. You can do that with Christmas presents too that you don't want no more. Wrap them up, put them on the porch, you know, or leave them in your unlocked car. Mm-hmm. People will be glad to help secure those for you to make sure nobody steals them for you. Or they implode. I tell you what, this is no lie. You take an old TV, the one with the vacuum tube or whatever they're called. You take an old TV like that. We used to put them in the garbage truck, okay, and crush them. And it takes a lot to crush a TV tube. But you can sit there and pack that thing away. All of a sudden, that TV tube will implode. It'll shake the whole truck. Now, just imagine if that was without that, 2,000-pound steel blade in front of it, what it would do to a person. It was gone. That's right. When you got something that weighs 45 or 50,000 pounds and it shakes it, you know damn well that's a big explosion. She doesn't want to come out. I already let her out at 4:45 this morning when I got up, and it was raining out. She didn't like that one bit. She went bathroom and
Shut her in, and she was, that's the smart.
Huh?
You shut her in there.
Yeah. She was sleeping when I shut the door.
Oh no, because she jumped off the back.
Yeah.
I was sleeping in the door. And that was morning.
Huh. Yeah, and don't leave a return address either. And brought her back. That's funny. Yeah. Anyways, I took her and Jackie out at 4:45 this morning. It was raining. She didn't want any part of that, but I said, "Oh no, you're going out." No, she went out and did her business. She did number one, and then she walked around for about 30 seconds and decided she'd do number two, and then she ran for the door. Yeah, it shook the whole truck. I was standing outside. Me and the driver were standing outside when it done that. So we used to love doing TVs that way, man. You get them in there, especially when you're 3/4 of the way loaded. It just boom, the whole truck would go just like this. That's why they're gone. You're right, Bobby. So, or Kevin. I've actually thrown garbage. I've actually punched myself in the eye and in the mouth before, and it ain't funny. You, you get carrying a garbage bag and they weigh 30 or 40 pounds, and then all of a sudden, you got them like this, and you're carrying to the truck, and you're pulling up on them because they're so heavy. All of a sudden, the bag rips or whatever, or it slips out of your hand, and then pow or pow. Yeah. Oh yeah, they like to explode then too. No. Teeth is a touchy subject. I don't mind. You can talk about me not having teeth. After the first year, I get to get me some of them choppers. Oh. I pulled all 14 of the last 14 of mine by myself. So takes a hell of a man to do that. Or an ignorant one. I can't remember which one, but it takes either a hell of a man or an ignorant one to do that. Kathy just sit there and shake her head when I do it. I thought they are now. All right, there, Gene. You having bologna gravy over biscuits? Take care, Gene. Good morning, beautiful. I was going to tell him what I told you last night when I seen you. That was funny. Can I?
I don't even know what you said.
When I seen you crossing the road.
What we not should
Huh?
what we not should
No, I don't want you not get shit out of me.
I live here.
Yeah. Last night, I had to take my daughter-in-law over to, they went and got some McDonald's. So on my way home, bringing her back, I was going to stop. I'm dropping her off, and then was going to the store to pick up cigarettes for Kathy. Well, on the way coming down the road to our house, or the daughter-in-law's house, because they live right across the street, I see this woman walking across the street in a pink bathrobe. So I wheel up there. Daughter-in-law gets out. I rolled down the window. I said, "Hey, Carol Burnett." I said, "Is that you?" She turned around. She says, "It sure is." I'm so glad we had this time together. I love the old Carol Burnett show, man. Huh. Kevin says, "Why does Kathy cross the road? None of your GDMF business." I know what them stand for. Huh?
He wrote none of your
Kevin Helming said, "Why does Kathy cross the road?" Question mark. Then he wrote, "None of your GDMF business." Because she wants to. That's right, John Kerry, because she wants to. Yeah. Huh?
I was just laughing.
I can't hear you, Ken.
I was just laughing.
You're laughing. I would just say that in case you want a small sack, a small paper sack. No. I wouldn't know anything about a small sack, but I'm talking about a small paper sack. He looked at me. No. I don't know either, honey. What you making me for breakfast today? Well, you're cooking? Yeah, you are. You're making mac and cheese tonight for dinner, so it's time you're cooking all day long today. And Gretchen says, "Can we have macaroni and cheese for dinner?" Kat says, "Well, yeah, I guess we can have homemade." Christmas run, yeah. Uh, uh, this weather is really screwy, man. So, huh? Uh, Rain like hell. Starting to get sniffles. It's supposed to snow later on this week.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. It's always tomorrow. Um, right now the wind's blowing about 40 mile an hour. So after the rain goes, if the wind keeps up, it'll blow and get cold. It'll start to freeze the ground, and then when the snow comes, it's going to stick this time. But then again, the trees are all budded, so I don't know what the hell they're thinking. So, huh? Yeah. Kevin's Taco Bell on December 24th makes Christmas runs. Just a second. What'd you say? Just had the flavor chili. Oh, that's pretty good. You take a shot of jalapeno moonshine? I'd take a shot of it too, just to try it. I don't know if I'd be happy about it or, buy a whole bottle or a jar of it. But yeah, I'd at least have to try it. You never can tell. It might be the best thing since sliced bread. Good morning, Carolyn, to be free. Nice to have you here. You're looking lovely as ever. Don't call it great. You're right. You rate it. I thought Moonshiners was on right now. I thought it was on Tuesdays. Good morning, Kathy Miller. You're looking lovely as ever. Did you do something different to your hair, dear? You shut your mouth. Yeah. I think it's on Tuesdays at 9 o'clock on the Discovery Channel. Well, that's not too hard. You start at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday, and you'll be able to catch up 4 or 5 episodes. She is looking lovely as ever. And she brought us all that coffee. Huh. I feel kind of left out because I said, "Good morning, Kathy Miller. You're looking lovely as ever." And she didn't type back, "Good morning, dog." Hmm. And then I said, "You did something different to your hair, dear?" And she said, "Shut up." See, I get a shut up and everybody else gets a good morning. I'm so confused. Good morning. God, I love that woman. Um, I think today is the day I'm going to shave. I think I need to. That's right. So you can start watching all the episodes you missed. I have no idea. Tickles? He's on Moonshiners. His last name's Tickle. His house was gone. They do. Take it? Hmm. Maybe he ought to use some of that moonshiner money that he's getting from the episode TV and start paying for stuff. Oh, must have been, it was a mobile home. It was on wheels. Somebody moved it all right. Yeah. Well, at least his last name's Tickle. It could have been worse, and his first name could have been Dick, and his last name could have been Trickle. Yeah. How'd you like to have a name like that, and then be, in the limelight all the time? Dick Tickle or Trickle? Wasn't that uh, Gordon's pit crew? I can't, whatever you want to call him. Jeff Gordon's pit crew. Somebody put wheels on it. Yeah, probably the repo. I'll tell you something. This is no lie. Guy I went to school with, he worked for a farmer, and um, they had some mobile homes on wheels that they used for migrants. Well, farmer wanted to move them trailers, and the only way they were going to move them was like 5 o'clock in the morning when there's no traffic. So, the guy I went to school with, they hooked onto him with a tractor, and they started pulling them mobile homes out of one area to another area, and there was a bunch of migrants in there still sleeping. Well, one of them got up and decided he was going to go out and take him a morning leak, and opened up the door, took one step, and it was a doozy. Out on the road he went. That's better than trickle dick, you're right. Not your cup of tea? Okay. Oh. Evidently, they didn't have the English when he told them the next, that day before that he was going to be moving your trailers in the morning. So. Oh yeah, friend of mine, they moved a 20-foot wide, 30-foot long um, garage, and they used two hay wagons. They put the two hay wagons together, and they backed them underneath or in the garage. They jacked the garage up, and they cribbed it. They run 2x6s or 2x8s across from one way to the other and cribbed it all together and supported it. And then they towed it down a major highway on a Sunday morning. No chase. They had a car behind them with blinkers on, but they didn't have any permits. And they brought it from actually out of Ohio into Michigan on a Sunday and never got busted. I said, "You guys are the luckiest people in the world. Not only could you get busted in Ohio, but you could have got busted in Michigan too, you know." But I don't know, it was like 14 miles, 15 miles they brought it. So then they got it home, and they ended up having to drive through a neighbor's yard behind their house and go through another neighbor's yard and finagle it that way and bring it up so they could put it behind his house. Because he couldn't get it to go through his driveway because his driveway between his driveway and the neighbor's house was wasn't big enough. Wasn't enough area, enough width there. So he had to bring it back the other way from behind and bring it up behind the house and set it there. But I was in Monroe and seen a guy do the same thing. He did it with, it wasn't that big of a garage. It was probably I don't know, maybe 12 by 18 or something like that. But they cribbed it, and when they did, they brought in a flatbed truck, and they brought it in and let all the air out of the tires and dropped her clear down as far as they could get her. They put some blocks on the bed, and they put some bracing up on the front bumper. And when they put all the cribbing in and stuff, they aired up all the tires, and she come up off the ground. And it was probably 8-10 inches off the ground. And this guy drove it out of there. He couldn't see anything other than what was in front of him. So they had to tell, at the road, they had to stop and tell him, when he could come out and make the turn, because he didn't have no mirror. You couldn't see nothing on either side of him because he was inside the building. That was a hell of a fiasco because I was behind them in my garbage truck, and he only took it, I don't know, like 2 or 3 miles. But he pulled out in front of me, and it was forever getting that truck off the road, that garage off the road, so I could go by him. So, but then again, you got to do what you got to do. Deidre, good morning. You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. Uh, huh? What's that, Kath? Oh yeah, the wind's blowing like hell out there. Probably winds took down a bunch of lines, probably, or trees. Well, when I was out there, it's all Jackie could do to stand up. It about blew her over twice. That's why when she went to the bathroom, she was quick about it. She come running in. She didn't want anything to do with that out there. And I tried to get her not to go in the bedroom because she was wet. But shit, I no more than unhooked her, and she ran to the bedroom. It would not be a second time? Oh, I bet. Kind of hard to stop something that big, isn't it, there, junkyard? Was it a regular truck or a tow truck? No. Now, years ago, I broke down in Monroe. I busted a walking beam bushing on the rear end, and the walking beam come apart. And they brought out a wrecker because they couldn't move the truck. They said, "Oh, we're going to bring out a crane. We're going to lift this thing up, put it on a trailer, and haul her out of here." And I said, "Exactly. How are you going to do that?" "Ain't no problem. We'll just get a crane, lift her up." I said, "For one thing, there's a bunch of wires here. And for another thing, them things are 13.4 sitting on the ground. You put it on top of a low boy, now you're at 13.10, 13, or 14 at least. You're never going to get her out of here." Well, they didn't think about that until I finally realized, I had to tell them about height and everything. And so they ended up barricading the road. Mama Renda just went by. They ended up barricading the road and uh, working on it. And we had mechanics there for about 6 hours putting this thing back together. But they they called in a wrecker because they were going to have a wrecker just pick me up and take me out of there. And the wrecker, he come in there and he hooked onto it and put his front wheels off the ground. And he said, "There ain't no way I can even move this thing." He said, "I can lift 50,000 pounds. I can't even get this thing off the ground." So I was heavy, I think. I wasn't going to admit it. It was on a Thursday route, and usually Thursday was almost two full loads. I only had three more stops to go, and I was on my first load, and the route was almost done. I only had three more stops to go, and the blade was going all the way back. It was packing good. It had rained for like 3 or 4 days, so all that garbage was nice and wet and soft and mushy. You know, it wasn't raining that day, but it had rained before, so all that stuff was nice and soft. All that water. Be surprised what that does for garbage when you start packing it. It's like snow. You take a whole big, you know, bucket of snow. Takes up a lot of room. You start pushing on it, you can get that whole big bucket of snow down to about this big. Well, that's about what the garbage did that day. So, 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 anybody got any plans for New Year's Eve? You need to get some coffee? Well, I'm sure some other people could use a cup there, Deidre. I could use a warm up. Um, oh yeah, because I didn't get home till actually I didn't get home back to the shop till 11 o'clock that night. I'd been there since 2 o'clock in the morning, so they had to pay me all that downtime, and I was back to work at 5 o'clock. this is before all the regulations. You had to be off all this time and everything else. I was back to work at 5 o'clock. And all right, Kevin, you have yourself a great day, man. Take care. So I was back to work at 5 o'clock with a different truck because my truck they were going to bring in and make sure everything was okay with it. Big mistake. That's right. It's a big mistake. Yep. Do not ever put a broke down garbage truck into a nice smelling garage because that nice smelling garage will smell like that garbage truck. So, I got pulled over one time and I waited. I got pulled over like 11 o'clock at night. I'd been working all day. Got pulled over 11 o'clock at night. Had to. They took me from just almost Lenawee County. I was almost in Lenawee County. They took me clear over to Lake Erie to the scale house there on 75, which was 30 miles away. They drove me over there and scaled me. Okay, now they took me 30 miles out of my route. I was overweight. I had to go to court in the morning because I had to plead guilty or not guilty to overweight. So I had to go to court. So I went to court and I was there all day before they finally got to see me at the court. And I called the boss, said, "Hey, I'm done." He says, "Go over to the truck, shut the lid on it, pack the blade all the way back, and loosen up the turnbuckles." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because that truck's going to sit there until we decide to bring her home." I said, "Okay." 3 days later, the judge calls me at work and he says, "I need you to come get my truck." I said, "I can't because it's overweight and we got to unload it." He said, "Well, you can't unload it here." I said, "Well, I can't haul it because it's unloaded. I can't drive it. It's overweight." He said, "Well, it's leaking all over my parking lot." I said, "Well, I can't do anything about it. I'm playing this I'm dumber than hell game with him because I know what he wants. I knew what was going to happen. This thing is starting to bake in that parking lot. And now the whole uh, scale house and everything is smelling like garbage." Well, I said, "Just a minute. I have to go talk to my boss. Call me right back." So I hung up. He said, "What do you want?" I said, "He wants me to get it out of there." He said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I'm going to get it out of there. I'm going to go get it today, but I'm going to tell them they have to give me free passage because we can't unload it." He said, "You think he'll do it?" I said, "They want it out of there bad." So he called me back and I said, "The boss said you give us free passage so we can get out of the county and get over here and get it dumped without getting pulled over again." He said, "You're more than welcome. I'm going to give you a state escort right to the county line." That's fine with me. We made it to the county line. The state trooper pulled up, and we come the rest of like another 12 miles and brought it back to the shop, and I dumped it. So that was pretty. That was one of them where you got them right there, right underneath your thumb. So yeah, you don't want that. You don't want free potatoes. Potatoes is one of the worst stinking thing you ever got if it starts to rot. So that was a good story. It's a true story too. Yeah. They got frozen up. That's even worse. Oh, I used to have to pick up a potato farm, man. You pull into that place going down, they'd have they got a mile long driveway, and you're pulling up to the driveway, and you can smell the rotten potatoes in the dumpster, and it's got to go in your truck. Yeah, hot garbage tea. Yeah, I'm surprised that Starbucks isn't selling it either. No. I used to have to do a sewage treatment plant. Oh, I bet you can tell some good stories. I did a sewage treatment plant in Dundee, and it was my last stop of the day. And the reason why I made it my last stop is because it was mostly liquid, and I didn't want to pack it. So, and I was pretty much loaded by the time I got there. And it was only a little 2 yard can. So we would take the 2 yard can and I would dump that liquid in there and it would run all over the garbage. Okay. And then I would just shut the top door and I'd wheel it back into the building there and set it underneath their chute. But these guys that worked at the treatment plant, they'd come out with a fire hose and they'd wash my truck off every day that I was there because the sewage juice would run all over the place. So they'd wash my truck off. Hell, I had the cleanest truck on Thursday. So I dumped a restaurant that they were remodeling, and then the next place was the sewage treatment plant. And they called me up on the phone and they said, "Hey, that restaurant that was called the Green Olive or something like that, or the Grapevine. I think it's called the Grapevine." They said they threw away a bunch of brand new door parts and stuff. Somebody picked them up by mistake and threw them in the trash. They want to know if you could find them for them when you don't, and bring them back to them. I said, "Yeah, but it's going to cost them." So, "Well, why don't you do it?" I said, "Because I just dumped the sewage treatment plant. If you think I'm going to dig through all that for free, you're wrong." They ended up giving me $100 to find their parts for them. And it wasn't that hard because they were right on top. All I did is I took a shovel and scooped the stuff away, and there they were. I grabbed them with a shovel, threw them on the side. I had some little tarp. We used to carry tarps in case we got a leak or whatever, throw it on a tarp underneath it. I threw them all on a tarp, wrapped them up, and then brought them up to the shop, and I told them to come get them. So. Oh, yeah, I can believe that there, JD. Sometimes it is a stomach churner. I used to go to the state parks too, man, and they'd throw the fish guts on a hot baking day. Yeah, toss your cookies right away. It's not so bad pulling up there, but once you aggravate it and move it, get some air flowing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. I bet that was fun there, Junkyard. No. Some good old times, man. Some good old times. If I did half the stuff today that I did 20 years ago, they'd put you in jail and never let you out. All right, everybody. I got to get going. It's 8:29. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe, stay warm, stay dry, stay cool if you have to, but stay yourself. Y'all take care. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I really do. I'll be back tomorrow, 6:30 again. Y'all are inclined to want to come to see me. But y'all take care. And I think Mama Rinda's still doing a live stream, so go check hers out. I bet it was a fun trip there, Junkyard. Check out Mama Rinda and her snow video or snow live stream. So take care, everybody. God bless.